even though I would say Pugsy has the advantage, noeL is still more than capable of making this upset yet again.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
And here we go into game one.
Yet
Yes.
another Koji to do.
Ooh. Pugsy wanting to show off his own bow ability here. He holds on to the sword, goes for that neutral light. Tries to do a little bit more here. noeL finally finding a weapon, picks up the sword himself, gets a nice Sair. Pugsy playing around with the sword a little bit more. Sairs are being exchanged between both players. noeL finding the hits though, and Pugsy getting a nice double D-light recovery, showing that, oh my gosh, the Nair even hits too. noeL not dodging out of the way. That nearly kills him off the top. What? It does kill him off the top. What? Oh my gosh, Pugsy.
So that's something that you should be dodging out of, especially if you know how that follow-up works because you're a sword main. What? Alright, so he goes ahead and ground pounds into the mine to make it a little bit more fair.
And a double D-light recovery coming up from noeL this time.
And you know what?
Nice
So,
Nair.
there's a small difference in between how both of these players do the combo.
Okay, go ahead.
Pugsy doesn't jump for his recovery, which means he gets one more jump afterwards, and that's how he's hitting the Nair afterwards. You get to jump Nair afterwards. But what noeL's doing is he's doing jump recovery, which is slightly less optimal because you aren't able to do that jump Nair afterwards.
Interesting. I didn't know that, and that's a huge deal because that's like one less option that noeL gets in comparison to Pugsy.
Yeah.
I guess not doing the jump recovery though is a little bit harder in regards to the timing.
It is. It's a little harder to make the combo true because you have to hit the recovery. You see how right there was no jump, and so we managed to get the extra jump afterwards to go for a Nair. I don't think noeL's going to fall for a recovery Nair anymore this game, not after getting hit by twice.
Ooh, and yeah, Pugsy finding that recovery, doesn't get the follow-up however, but noeL in kill percent. That was a nice pivot D-light Sair coming up from Pugsy there. noeL on the side of the stage has to dodge, get back, and ooh, dodges up, and Pugsy nearly clips him with that down light. Doesn't get the kill, however, and recovery punishing noeL for that dive kick. Pugsy looking for these Nair kills. noeL just waiting patiently to find a weapon, gets the bow. Nice end light. D-light comes out as well. He wants to get Pugsy at least in the orange before losing the stock. Ideally, he wants to take the stock, but this is his chance. Ooh,
So far,
Pugsy,
he's
oh
doing
no.
pretty good.
Theme of the tournament. Oh,
No, he's fine.
noeL doesn't punish it, but Pugsy did the GC side sig, and noeL had so many opportunities to punish there, and it didn't work out. What is going on the side of the stage here?
Lots of dangerous offstage play going on, but Pugsy's not able to find the kill. He finally does, but he is already in orange, which after being in red so early, it has to be a pretty big relief for noeL to get him this low. He even has a chance here for an edge guard, but doesn't find anything. Pugsy gets back on stage.
noeL finding that side light. He wants to get this kill. Does a great down sig under that side light. Pugsy now in kill percent. noeL chase dodges out for a Sair kill, and Pugsy, ooh, nice recovery to avoid that ground pound death from noeL. And noeL looking for that down sig gets stopped. I heard the little board sound effect coming out, but it just didn't come out. And noeL finding a nice Nair into recovery, gets sided. Oh no, Pugsy!
He dodged into it.
I like the idea because if noeL just released the hitbox, it wouldn't have hit. The dodging would have worked.
Yeah.
But he held it long enough for the dodge to run out, and that got the kill. noeL evening things up 1-1.
But Pugsy does have that big damage lead. It's looking a lot better for him. He has an edge guard chance here, but he ain't no LDZ. No side air coming out. noeL gets smacked around a little bit more. Another edge guard chance, but noeL's managing to stay alive, but he's taking so much damage that he won't be able to for much longer. Pugsy still have almost his whole stock left of damage.
Ooh, Pugsy gets hit by that D-light Sair. noeL off the side of the stage. Now Pugsy goes for that side air. That's so good.
Yeah.
That's such a better option than going for a ground pound because you hit them to the side of the stage and the knockback is still great. And what do you know? He confirms this stock and he takes game one.
Alrighty. So Pugsy with a fairly convincing game one. I mean, noeL did get him to his last stock and he got a little damage off, so it wasn't any sort of like blow away. But this is sort of what we saw last series where Pugsy keeps the game close but manages to make it pretty convincing. Like I think that's sort of what we're going to see for the rest of these games as well.
It's a possibility unless Pugsy brings out a completely different pick. After noeL just got done with Koji Dittos with LDZ, like I'm sure he's a little bit more ready to fight them because that's I think what we're going to be seeing for almost the rest of that tournament at this point, unless Pugsy wants to bring out something else against LDZ. And he's getting a little bit ready for it. Going back to Mammoth Fortress, sticking to Koji on both legends, and Pugsy's going to try to go for that 3-0 in losers finals to meet LDZ in the winners bracket or grand finals rather, which would be the first time they met all tournament.
Yeah, Pugsy and LDZ being the number 1 and 2 seeds, weren't gonna see each other until winners finals, but he lost to noeL. So he has to beat noeL this time if he wants to go against LBZ. noeL has a bit of an advantage here, damage-wise. And we again see how he's out of all of his jumps by the time the recovery is over. The small difference that allows a big change, but that's a pretty much perfect stock from noeL regardless. That's pretty huge. Pugsyxd just got completely bodied, and that's a 30-second stock.
Nice side light coming out from noeL. noeL tossing that sword up. Tries to get something off of it. Pugsyxd goes for a very unsafe ground pound there and gets punished by nair. noeL waiting him out. Tries to go for a side air. Pugsyxd holding on that bow. Looking for down layers. Not really finding anything. And noeL finding that side air. He's got a little bit of an advantage. Well, not a little bit. A big advantage as they've got a stock deficit. noeL playing around that mine, gets a nice side air into neutral air, waits out Pugsyxd's dodge, nice weapon toss, picks up the sword, does he go for the D-Lights? No, he gets hit by the down air. Pugsyxd still behind, can't find any strings off. noeL's looking like he's going to run away with this game too.
Ooh, really good gravity cancel downlight to catch Pugsyxd's downlight, and noeL is just continuing to build his advantage. He's not losing any of it, and he actually finds a ground pound. Pugsyxd doesn't have enough.
Oh, he does, and he gets 2 recoveries off. If it goes for the GCN6, that would have been a crazy turnaround if he was able to get that move. And instead, goes for the end light. Cider comes out. Ooh, bomb in hand, and that trade normally would have killed both players in the past, but they're both greeting each other as side 6, and Pugsyxd wins out.
All right. And Pugsyxd has a bit of a chance here to mount his comeback. noeL wants to get this kill off as fast as possible.
noeL playing around with the sword a little bit, throws out side airs. Pugsyxd trying to land. D-Light Sarah will connect, and noeL's maintaining his stock lead.
Yeah, so far just trading evenly, but that's exactly what he wants with a full stock lead. Pugsyxd's gonna have to come up with some of the big plays he was getting last game if he wants to win this.
Cider's coming up, Pugsyxd going for the recovery ground pound as well. Pugsyxd playing around with the sword, tries to land with a down light. Side lights are coming out as well. Dare, Sares from noeL. noeL not finding damage yet, but there, finally gets something nice nair as well. And Pugsyxd ground pounding onto the stage, gets hit by the side light. noeL doing quite well with the sword and tossing that aside, interrupts that down sig from Pugsyxd. Pugsyxd gets hit by the down air, is trying to get some kind of damage off, but no down light combos have come out yet. And Pugsyxd just waiting for an approach, gets hit by a Sare. And noeL putting out multiple down sigs. It seems as though Pugsyxd is kind of getting frustrated with how noeL is playing.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. No, I mean, Pugsyxd just continues to trade evenly with noeL. He finally gets the a downlight combo. Might end up killing noeL here, but he doesn't get the neutral sig. A nair doesn't quite do it. Pugsyxd's really looking to end the stock before noeL can get another weapon, and that nair just barely doesn't do it again, but Sarah definitely will.
Alright, so Pugsyxd's got the opportunity for his 0 to death here, which I don't think is impossible. He had to kind of take some time to stand still, adjust to the fact that noeL was really playing around him approaching, and Pugsyxd just can't seem to work around the options that noeL's taking. Lots of side sigs, lots of down sigs. Any one of those down sigs could spell death, but there's a start of a string, gets him into the yellow, waiting at the side sigs, but another Sarah hits. noeL holding onto the bow, wants to do a little bit more here. Dodges out of the way of that side sig.
What's going to be really scary here is noeL's going to keep fishing for these side sig and down sigs, and he has plenty of health to play around with and do that. And Pugsyxd's approaches in general are very likely to get smacked by a down sig.
Right, and if he doesn't actually hit him, like, here's the problem. Pugsyxd, his answer to that?
Side air that side light just killed.
Wow.
That's a lot of damage.
The side light killing, and there's the problem, right, with this matchup, is that Pugsyxd's answer to it currently, with the way that noeL is playing around his approaches, the only thing he can think of doing is run away. He can't, like... We saw LDZ play against noeL, and what did we see? We saw brutal 3-stocks, because he saw exactly what noeL was trying to do with his down sigs and side sigs. Constantly tried to get in with some creative aggressive options using pivoting attacks, and what do we saw? Complete domination. But Pugsyxd's running his head into this passive playstyle from noeL, just expecting to approach, and it's not working. He finally gives up to Koji, and in game 3, we see him switch over to a gun legend, which I think is appropriate.
Yeah, Pugsyxd is done with trying to play this Koji Ditto stuff. He knows he's really good with guns. That's where he's most likely to take this game and to take this series.
Yeah, Pugsyxd not having the damage lead still, though, however, is he can't really find much more than down airs on the guns, and noeL, holding onto the bow, is waiting for it out. There's a Sair. Nice follow-up with that down air, but doesn't connect, and there, we're seeing it again. He runs into the down sig. He will always aggressively go forward. I don't even want to call it aggressively. I want to call it recklessly at this point, because I don't think noeL should be getting that many down sig reads to pay off, as he is. And we see Pugsyxd in kill percent already. noeL trying to find some down airs. Sair's coming out as well. Weapon toss goes down. Pugsyxd playing around with the gun still, is trying to do a little bit more, and another down air comes out. noeL playing around with the sword. Sair comes out. Nice snare from Pugsyxd. Waits out noeL's approach and actually gets a nice jumping down air. Charges up that down sig, but noeL punishes with the falling Sair.
Yeah, Pugsyxd going for a KO here. He gets the recovery. That's good. That was a good read by him. Because noeL is expecting some sort of side air follow-up or something, or maybe a nair follow-up, but instead Pugsyxd just waits for a moment, lets the dodge run out, and then does a simple recovery to end it. And so far, Pugsyxd looking pretty good. He's got a small advantage here. Hopefully he can get a little bit more damage.
Yeah, noeL's ledge guard there was really reckless too. I don't like that ground pound option. Pugsyxd wasn't even close to being able to get hit by that. And Pugsyxd finding that pivot down air is able to get a little bit more damage on the noeL, and noeL hitting him with that down air.
Dare won't kill right now. You need something more like a downlight combo or a Sair.
And that Sair will
the Sair will do it.
even after hitting him into the stage.
Alright. noeL with the sword. Probably going to be looking for that double downlight true combo, but it doesn't come.
And Pugsyxd finding that down air actually gets the second down air as noeL falls into it and brings him to the orange. 3 down airs in a row. Pugsyxd looking for another down air. No, goes for a side air, and noeL drops the first double D-Light combo of the tournament. That was the first one I've seen him drop, and that is a little unfortunate because he could have used that damage here as Pugsyxd's getting him closer and closer to the kill percent. Waits him out, tries to go for a nair, but noeL spaces that down air correctly, goes for another nair. Recovery comes out, sends him towards the top. Ooh, Pugsyxd goes for the double recovery, gets nared. That was so close to being able to kill him off the top there, and that ends it coming out from noeL. Tries to read a dodge in. Pugsyxd gets an excellent dodge in, dare into recovery, and that will secure the lead. But still, noeL doing well in there.
There's really no excuse for whiffing that combo. I mean, it's a true combo. You can't be... in a game that's so close like this, dropping a combo like that is so big.
Whoa!
And Pugsyxd with the massive gun reads doing tons of damage. He just spawned in, and he's already in deep orange.
You cannot be getting hit by chain downers like that, noeL, and if you are, you're going to be losing this game as Pugsyxd's looking to take this into a 2-stock after losing the second game. Guns making a huge difference. You are not seeing bow play coming out for Pugsyxd. Oh, that was beautiful! He charged that down just long enough to get that hitbox to reach noeL and send him flying all the way to the other side of the map.
Wow. Alright, so Pugsyxd's gonna stick with that Diana. It served him well. He wants to get this game 3 over with. He doesn't want a game 5. Let's get this over with.
3, 2,
Can noeL
1,
bring this to a game 5?
It looks like we,
the wrong stage.
Yes, accidentally picked the wrong map. noeL gives off the thumbs up, recognizing that, and so what that means is in this best of 5, we have a 2-1 lead for Pugsyxd. If Pugsyxd wins one more game, he goes on the grand finals for a chance to fight against LDZ for the very first time in the tournament. Whether or not LDZ will be using Koji is up to debate.
Player 2 wins.
But we will be finding out shortly as we go into this next game. Yeah, Pugsyxd saying wrong button. noeL says that's fine, let's go to another map.
There we go. So he bans those, and they're going to go to Shipwreck.
Three, two, one, brawl!
Alright, in we go.
Pugsyxd picking up the bow. Definitely not the weapon he had the most success with in game 3, but he'll use it, and he finds a nice nair. 2 nairs. GCN light, nice. Pugsyxd being able to read all of the maneuvering options in the air from noeL there, and actually being able to take a sizable lead, still holding on the bow, and gets a ground pound, tries to combo into a Sair. Second Sair hits, noeL's low on jumps, second ground pound hits, that's the stock!
Ground pound, is that it?
Yes!
noeL's dead.
Shipwreck's ledges are not big enough for him to get back. That was devastating. He killed him in orange.
Yeah, that was a huge bow combo from Pugsyxd. And it looks like he's done messing around. He is ready to start kicking some mad butt. And this noeL is getting read so hard.
Oh, the ground pound on stage, almost into the recovery. noeL trying to find something with these nairs, but Pugsyxd has already got him in the deep orange, nearly in the red. Pugsyxd with the guns is looking fierce, and that down air misses, but there's no punish. noeL having trouble adjusting against the monster that is this Pugsyxd, and that nair hits, puts him in kill percent. Sarah connects as well. Pugsyxd trying to get back on stage. Dare comes out, holds on to the guns, tries to go for the side sig. Second side sig hit, sends him
Second one
flying.
hits, but it doesn't kill. Can he find the side air follow-up to finish it? Almost hits,
Ooh.
but it doesn't hit.
I really like these end sigs from Pugsyxd. The second one not as good as the first, but he hits that down air, and a Sarah, well, that will definitely kill.
Alright, Pugsyxd with a huge advantage here. noeL's gonna have to play flawlessly for a while if he wants to bring this game back. Needs to find a kill.
Oh, that's not
Pugsyxd
going to
is
work.
not letting up.
Pugsyxd is finally working around. Oh, well, as I say, that side sig connects, but like noeL trying to do these side sig reads. Pugsyxd was finally working around them, especially using the gun down air to be able to get as much damage on to his opponent as possible. And now we see noeL getting hit by a stare. noeL puts up that down air. Nice GC downlight, or downlight into GC endlight rather. And was able to put on a little bit of damage and send his opponent off stage, but I would have preferred he went for the double D light. Oh, he's dead.
That might be it. Yeah.
2 minutes.
That's it. That was a very quick game. Pugsyxd just completely destroying noeL in that final game.